Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be testing out a new concealer from a new brand at Sephora. This is the Kulfi Main Match Concealer. It retails for $26 US and you can find it in 12 different shades. I grabbed 2 of the shades so that I can swatch them for you guys. I grabbed Pomme and Cocoa Crush. So I will be swatching these so that you can see exactly what they look like in case you use me as a reference. Now the details for this concealer state that it is a crease-proof self-setting formula with a hydrating radiant finish. It is meant to deliver medium coverage, however you can add a little bit more for additional coverage based on what I've read. You can build this concealer up a little bit. The formula is meant to hydrate, soothe, as well as to lock in hydration. It is also a vegan and cruelty-free product. So let's get right into the swatches. This is Cocoa Crush, which is a light medium shade with neutral undertones. Looks like that. And the next one is Pomme Pomme, which is a medium tan shade with peach undertones. And that's what Pomme Pomme looks like. Quite the jump from one to the other. I didn't want to get any of the shades that are in between, which are only 2 shades that are in between these two. One was a medium tone with warm undertones, and the other was a medium tone with gold undertones. Now here's a close-up of both of the shades. As you can see, one's a little too light, one's a little bit too deep. Let me try to blend them together, see what we get. All right, so there it is, half and half. I like it. I love that shade. I think that that's absolutely going to work underneath the eyes for today. As far as which corrector I'm going to be using with this concealer, I'm still kind of on the fence. I'm still debating. I think I'm going to do my Sigma corrector. Based on the finish on this, it is radiant. It is pretty hydrating, like just on the back of my hand. I'm going to place it on top of something that's hydrating, but not excessively. Hopefully we don't get a repeat of the last concealer that I did that with. So I'm using my Sigma Spectrum Color Correcting Duo. This one's in the shade medium to dark. And I just take a little bit of both, and that's what I apply underneath the eye. All right, next, foundation. Let me take care of that off camera, and then I'll be right back to conceal. All right, I'm back. Foundation is done. Let us conceal. Like I said, I'm going to be using both shades. I'm going to use like a half and half underneath each eye. So I'm going to start with the right side. I'm going in with a little bit of the deeper shade, and I'm going to top it off with the lighter shade. And that looks a lot better. Now let's go ahead and blend this out. I'm using my Real Techniques brush. This is, I always forget the name of this. This is the Deluxe Crease brush. All right, there it is. I love the way that this formula looks on the skin. Holy cow, does it look good? It's a little too deep. I went a little too heavy with the deeper shade. So I think I might add just a tiny bit more of the lighter shade. And we're also going to test it out as far as whether or not you can build it up. Right now you can still see the darkness a little bit, but it looks so good up close. It looks so good up close. So I'm going to take a little bit of the lighter shade and just apply it here. And that will not only add coverage, but it's also going to tone down the deeper shade. All right, holy cow, that looks good. It looks really good up close. I can't get over what it looks like up close. Let me zoom you guys in. You see how natural that looks? It looks like your skin, but better. All right, now let's do the same with the left side. Again, a little bit of the deeper shade and a little bit of the lighter shade. And just like with the right side, I am going to apply a little bit more of the lighter shade. And I'm going to stick to just right there. Holy cow, this this looks really good. It looks really, really good. I don't really see it settling whatsoever. All right, there it is. I don't know if I'm gonna need to set this. It looks really good underneath the eyes, and so far I don't see any signs of settling, okay? So let me zoom you guys in so that you can get a good look underneath the eye area after initial application. All right, so you see what I mean? It looks so nice and hydrated, and it looks like skin. I can't see it settling in yet, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to set this or not, but as of right now, it looks great. All right, so let me jump off camera. Let me finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Makeup is done, ready to continue on with the day. I did set it very, very little right here. It does have that nice radiant finish, but personally, I don't like that underneath the eyes because I feel like it just draws attention to the hollows underneath my eyes. And so I always just kind of go over any radiant finish, anything right here, but just very, very, very lightly. I set it with my Oma Beauty powder, and that took care of it. It looks pretty good. It looks really good. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. You guys know I hate running into disappointment, but as of right now, like, it looks really good. I'll zoom you in again so that you can see what I'm talking about. It looks promising. All right, so here we are up close. I personally don't think that we're getting full coverage, like full, but it's really high and it looks really good. All right, that is it. It is currently 11:30 in the morning. You guys know the drill. I plan on wearing this all day long. And of course, you guys are gonna get another close-up under natural lighting when we're halfway through the day. So I'll be back in a few hours for my midday check-in. All right, I am back for a quick midday check-in. It is currently 4:37 in the afternoon. I've had this concealer on now for about 5 hours, I want to say, and it's definitely one of those days where it was chilly in the morning and I needed a sweater, and now it's like super hot outside and I need a tank top. Anyway, this is what the under eye area currently looks like. I think that both under eyes are getting a very similar amount of coverage, and it still looks pretty good. It doesn't look excessively dry, even though I did set it a little bit this morning. Like I mentioned, I set it just here and here because I didn't want the shininess underneath the eyes. It looks really good, and it's still concealing really, really well. So we'll see how we end the day. I'm going to continue to wear the concealer for about 3-4 more hours to give it a day, like a full day. So I'll see you back here in a few more hours for my final check-in. All right, I am finally back for my end of day check-in. It is now 7:41 and I am tired, okay? It is Friday and I've had one heck of a week, so I cannot wait to wash this off, throw on a mask, and just, I don't know, lie back and watch Bob's Burgers or something. It's gonna be nice, okay? It's gonna be really nice. Anyway, before I do that though, I had to come back and show you guys one last time what this looks like underneath the eye area. And then of course, after the close-up, you're gonna get my final thoughts on this new concealer. So let me bring you up nice and close so that you guys can get a good look underneath the eyes after 8 hours of wear. All right, so here's the under eye area. As a reminder, we color corrected over here with the Sigma corrector. And the left side does not have a corrector, just the concealer. All right, a few things. I've got a lot of pros, but I've also got some cons. Let's go with the cons first so that we can end on a high note. Cons, there are only 12 shades to choose from. That is a very limited number. It's a pretty new brand. They only have 2 products in Sephora right now, this being one of them. So I'm not completely disappointed that they don't have a wider shade range. Hopefully they get there, right? But because they are a fairly new brand, I understand the 12 shades, but I wish they had more because it's a really, really good formula. I actually really enjoyed this concealer. You're gonna get better coverage with a corrector underneath. That is without a doubt. This truly is like a medium, high medium coverage concealer, depending on how dark your under eye area situation is. If it's more severe, then don't expect more than medium. If it's less severe, you can get it to a pretty high coverage level. And if it's really not that severe at all, this could be like a nice full coverage concealer. Absolutely love the finish on this. It's like, it's radiant, but not excessively radiant. Even when you set it with a little bit of powder, it does not appear heavy. It doesn't look cakey. It still looks really nice and light. It looks maybe a tiny bit dry, especially over here. But for the most part, it looks nice. It looks smooth. It looks like skin. I really love this formula. If you wear it without a corrector though, I do see that the concealer did wear off a little bit, just a little bit over here. I'm not getting as much coverage as I was in the morning and even like halfway through the day. Now that it's the end of the day, I can see that it definitely has worn off, maybe under both eyes, but I certainly notice it more over here because there's no corrector underneath the left side, right? I'm surprised more people aren't talking about it, honestly. I really am surprised. If you've had your eye on it and you don't mind it being medium to medium high coverage, definitely give it a try. Like I said, hopefully they expand on their shade range because this is actually a really good formula. If they ever launch a foundation, like I'm gonna be the first one to grab it. It's really good. It's really nice. I like it. I'm happy with my purchase. So that completes today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed today's product review and that you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on future videos. And also don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, where I absolutely love to interact with you guys. As always, take care, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye.